Over 800 million cups of chai are consumed in India every single day. 3 teaspoons of sugar per cup, 3 cups a day, that is 9 teaspoons of sugar delivered before dinner in a form that bypasses every natural satiety signal because it is warm, liquid, and culturally automatic. India currently has 101 million diabetics. The ICMR says another 136 million are pre diabetic. And a study published in the journal Nutrients confirmed that excessive sugar consumption, deeply rooted in daily habits, including sweetened tea, is directly linked to the rising epidemic of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes in India. But here is what I want to say clearly: tea is not the problem. What is in your chai is, because there is another version of the Indian tea tradition, one that predates the colonial era sugar habit by centuries, where specific plants were brewed specifically to keep the body strong, mobile, and resilient into old age. Today, I'm going to tell you about three of them, all backed by clinical research, all using ingredients that have been in Indian homes for thousands of years. You just need to know how to use them as superfoods. I want to tell you about a patient before we begin. A 67-year-old woman from Nagpur, a retired school teacher. She came to me 18 months ago with a complaint that I hear from almost every patient in her age group. Her legs felt weak, not painful, not injured, just weak. She would walk from her bedroom to the kitchen and feel like she had already used up her energy for the hour. Climbing 2 flights of stairs to her daughter's flat had become something she thought about the night before, the way you prepare for a challenge. She was not sedentary. She walked every morning for 20 minutes. She ate reasonably well. She had no major metabolic disease. But she was consuming 4 cups of sweetened chai every day, sleeping badly because of joint discomfort, and waking up with legs that felt like they had not rested at all overnight. I did not change her exercise, I did not add a supplement protocol. I changed 3 things she was already doing every day. Her morning chai became adrak haldi chai, her evening chai became ashwagandha tea, and I added 1 cup of tulsi green tea at 4 in the afternoon. 6 weeks later, she told me something that I have heard from many patients since. She said she was not sure when exactly it changed, but one morning she walked to the kitchen and realized she had not thought about it. The effort had stopped registering. That is what these teas do when used correctly. They do not produce dramatic overnight results, they quietly shift the biological environment inside your body until the weakness that felt permanent simply begins to recede. So, let's begin. Tea number 3 is Adrak Haldi Chai. Ginger and turmeric together in a morning tea is the oldest form of therapeutic cooking in India, documented in Charaka Samhita and practiced in Indian households for centuries. The reason this combination has survived so long is the same reason modern research keeps returning to it. The mechanism is now understood precisely. Ginger contains gingerol, specifically 6-gingerol, which acts as a natural vasodilator. It relaxes blood vessel walls, improving blood flow into peripheral tissues. In older adults, poor circulation to the legs is one of the most consistent and underappreciated causes of heaviness, cramping, and fatigue. The legs feel heavy not because the muscles are diseased, but because they are not receiving the oxygen and nutrients they need to perform and recover. A study in 120 people with osteoarthritis found that 1 gram of ginger extract per day for 3 months significantly reduced inflammation markers. Another study found that 2 grams of ginger for 11 days significantly reduced exercise induced muscle soreness. Turmeric provides curcumin. Curcumin inhibits NF-κB, the master inflammatory transcription factor that drives the chronic low-grade inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown in sarcopenia. A landmark 9-month study on pre-diabetic individuals found that none of the subjects in the curcumin group developed type 2 diabetes, compared to 16.4% in the placebo group. A separate study in 40 people with osteoarthritis found that 1,500 milligrams of curcumin daily significantly reduced pain and improved physical function compared to placebo. One detail that makes or breaks this tea: black pepper. Curcumin has very poor natural bioavailability. On its own, most of it passes through the digestive system unabsorbed. Piperine, the active compound in Kali Mirch, inhibits the liver enzyme that breaks down curcumin before it reaches the bloodstream, increasing absorption by approximately 2000%. A pinch of black pepper in this tea is not optional, it is what separates a warm drink from a therapeutic one. Adding a small amount of ghee or coconut milk further improves absorption because curcumin is fat soluble. How to make it? Bring 2 cups of water to a gentle boil. Add 1 thumb-sized piece of fresh adrak, grated or sliced. Add half a teaspoon of haldi powder or a small piece of fresh haldi root. Simmer for 8 to 10 minutes. Strain. Add a pinch of kali mirch, a teaspoon of honey, and optionally a quarter teaspoon of ghee or a splash of coconut milk. Drink 1 cup every morning. For a ready-made option, Organic India's Tulsi Adrak Haldi tea bags are widely available across India and contain black pepper and cinnamon already included in the blend. 1 cup in the morning, no refined sugar. Tea number 2 is Tulsi green tea. The second tea addresses fatigue. Not general tiredness, but the specific persistent depletion that most of my patients over 60 describe as the most disabling symptom of aging. The sense of energy draining before the day has properly begun that no amount of additional rest seems to fix. Tulsi, holy basil, is one of the most revered plants in Indian tradition and one of the most documented adaptogens in modern research. An adaptogen helps the body regulate its own stress response by modulating cortisol, the primary stress hormone. When cortisol stays elevated beyond its natural morning peak, which happens consistently in people who sleep poorly or carry chronic pain, it directly accelerates muscle breakdown, suppresses immune function, and disrupts sleep architecture, making rest less restorative. Tulsi interrupts this cycle. Research published in the Journal of Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine found that Tulsi supplementation significantly reduced cortisol levels and improved cognitive function compared to placebo. Critically, Tulsi contains orsolic acid, a compound that directly inhibits the ubiquitin proteasome pathway, the cellular mechanism through which sarcopenia breaks down muscle protein. Tulsi is not just reducing stress, it is actively blocking one of the primary chemical pathways through which muscles shrink with age. Green tea paired with tulsi adds a second layer. Green tea contains EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, which neutralizes the free radicals that damage muscle cell proteins and mitochondrial membranes. It also contains L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes calm, focused alertness without the cortisol spike that caffeine alone produces. The combination of L-theanine and modest caffeine in green tea produces steady, alert energy without a crash, which is exactly what the 4 o'clock hour demands when insulin sensitivity is falling and the temptation toward another sweetened chai or a biscuit is strongest. A meta-analysis of 37 randomized controlled trials found that green tea consumption significantly reduced LDL cholesterol and total cholesterol. How to make it? Steep 1 tulsi green tea bag in water heated to approximately 85 degrees Celsius, not boiling, for 3 minutes. Boiling water destroys the delicate catechins in green tea. A touch of honey is acceptable. No refined sugar. Organic India Tulsi green tea bags are available nationwide in every supermarket, pharmacy and online platform in India. Himalayan Organics and Tata Tea also produce accessible Tulsi green tea variants at every price point. Drink 1 cup at 4 in the afternoon every afternoon. Number 1 is Ashwagandha tea. Ashwagandha is the most powerful option on this list and the one most people use incorrectly. Most people take it in the morning expecting an energy boost. What ashwagandha actually does cannot be felt as a single day effect. Its mechanism is slower, deeper, and more important. Ashwagandha Withania somnifera contains withanolides, steroidal lactones that have produced measurable improvements in muscle strength in multiple controlled clinical trials. A randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that subjects taking ashwagandha root extract had significantly greater increases in leg extension. Strength compared to the placebo group: 14.5 kilograms of leg strength gained versus 9.8 kilograms over 8 weeks. A comprehensive review published in a peer-reviewed aging research journal confirmed significant gains in muscle strength and size, enhanced cardiorespiratory fitness, hormonal balance, improved sleep quality, and better cognitive function in older adults. The review also found that ashwagandha enhances telomerase activity, the enzyme that maintains telomere length, one of the most reliable markers of biological aging. The cortisol regulation is where ashwagandha matters most, specifically for what happens after 60. Chronically elevated cortisol drives sarcopenic muscle breakdown, disrupts the growth hormone release that only happens during deep sleep, and creates the restless, unrefreshing sleep pattern that leaves patients waking already exhausted. Ashwagandha directly modulates the HPA axis to reduce this cortisol excess. And here is the mechanism most people never hear: muscles do not rebuild during the day. They rebuild at night during slow wave sleep when growth hormone is released and protein synthesis in muscle tissue accelerates. Without deep sleep, no amount of correct nutrition or daily movement produces its full benefit. Ashwagandha tea in the evening creates the biological conditions for overnight muscle repair. I had a patient, a 67-year-old retired school teacher from Nagpur. She was walking every morning, eating reasonably well, and still unable to explain why her legs felt spent before the day began. She was sleeping badly because of joint discomfort and waking with legs that felt like they had not rested at all. Ashwagandha tea every evening was the one addition that changed her sleep architecture. 6 weeks later, she told me she walked to the kitchen one morning and realized she had not thought about it. The effort had stopped registering. How to make it: simmer half a teaspoon of ashwagandha root powder in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes. Add a pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of cardamom, and a teaspoon of honey. A small amount of warm milk adds tryptophan, the precursor to melatonin, which works in synergy with ashwagandha's cortisol lowering effect to deepen sleep onset. For ready-made options, Organic India Tulsi Ashwagandha tea bags combine both adaptogens in a single bag and are available on Amazon India Big Basket and in every health food store nationwide. Drink 1 cup every evening, 1 hour before sleep. One caution: Ashwagandha influences thyroid hormone levels and should be used with care by people with thyroid disorders or autoimmune conditions. Speak to your doctor if you are on multiple medications before adding this to your daily routine. Here's the complete protocol: morning, adrak haldi chai with kali mirch and a pinch of ghee replaces the first sweetened chai of the day. Afternoon at 4, tulsi green tea without sugar replaces the second or third sweetened chai. Evening 1 hour before sleep, ashwagandha tea with cinnamon and honey. The total cost of this protocol for a full week is less than the cost of a single restaurant meal. Everything in it has been in Indian homes for centuries. What changes is not the ingredient, it is the intention and the preparation. The chai most Indians have been drinking every day is a habit. The teas I have described today are a different kind of habit. Same time, same cup, completely different biological outcome. Change the morning chai, add the afternoon tulsi green tea, end the day with ashwagandha, give it 6 weeks, then come back and leave a comment telling me what changed. Share this video with someone in your family over 60 who has accepted weakness as inevitable. Subscribe, because the most important work I have built for this channel is coming very soon and I want you to be there for it from the beginning.